Please put your hands together for Brandon LaCarrubba.
What's going on, folks? How we doing tonight? We having fun? All right. If you guys want to have more fun, I am trading fellatio or cunnilingus for social media follows. Ladies, am I in frame? I'm paying you guys for nothing. Come on. My camera ladies here. Thank you, ladies. No, guys, seriously, none of us are famous. So if you like anybody, please find us after the show, find our social medias, give us a follow. I'm going to be a slut and tell you mine right now. Nobody's getting a blowjob, I guess. My Instagram is at brandon.laca, L-A-C-A, and my OnlyFans is at Chubby Ben Affleck. Listen, guys, I've seen what kind of cars you drive and how much that hair gel costs. It's $2 a month. Y'all can afford it. Every subscription gets to name one of my stretch marks, too. I grew up fat. There's a lot to go around. My waist, you know? My favorite one so far was Stretch Mark and the Funky Bunch of stretch marks. That is my favorite so far. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I'm so happy to be doing a comedy nerd show. Do we have any actual nerds in the audience? Any cool people? Not enough for these jokes to work. Shit. I wore my finest anime hoodie for this occasion, and none of you are dorks. God damn it. I don't know. I grew up loving anime, Dragon Ball Z. Any anime fans? Come on. There's got to be a few of you. Cool. Funny thing about growing up in the early 2000s, that's back when everyone was using gay as a pejorative term still before it wasn't cool. And no, hear me out, because I grew up I love Dragon Ball Z, and then there were wrestling fans, and we were natural enemies. You know what I mean? So I grew up, it was they'd be like, hey, wrestling's gay, you guys. And they'd be like, no, Dragon Ball Z's gay. And listen, I've done a lot of growing since then. Got a lot of gay people in my life I really care a lot about. But that being said, we had that shit on the money. These very gay things, you know what I'm saying? It's both about basically naked dudes getting ripped, yelling at each other, pounding each other into the dirt. It's gay stuff. It is. It's really gay stuff. I love Dragon Ball Z so much as a kid. I started taking Taekwondo lessons, but not real Taekwondo lessons, strip mall Taekwondo. You know, with Sensei Chris. You know. I don't know if you guys know this. It's actually a beautiful thing. You guys know what Taekwondo translates to in Korean? Anybody? It's very poetic. It means fat kids that love Dragon Ball Z. It's kind of wild. That was everyone in the dojo. That's how they made their business. They're like, Toonami, we owe you everything. My favorite part about doing Taekwondo, one of them was breaking the boards, you know, breaking the boards. See, I still got it. He's got a little bit of dirt on his steak, but that's, I'm sorry. No, the first time I broke a board, I was I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I was so proud of myself that I brought the two halves of broken board home to my dad, at which point he looked at me very disappointed and broke them in half again. And he's like, son, this is balsa wood. You have nothing to be proud of. And I was like, all right, Dad, you didn't have to karate cuck me. Come on, that's fucked up. Oh, thank God they know what cucks are. We got any cucks in the house tonight? All right, you didn't fall for it. That's pretty good. The other thing I love about doing Taekwondo, it did give me really good body control. I could keep it's flamingo pose, you know? I could keep this up all night. But despite the good body control, I still can't hold it in when I come. And you're supposed to be able to do that. I don't know. I feel I just make so much cum. I feel it would be coming out my ears. I'd need a Q-tip. You know? It's just gross. You know what's also gross? Could you guys tell I was wearing... I have braces on my teeth. Could you guys tell? No? All right. That's the thing. I got the Invisalign. They're not sponsoring me to say that. Probably because I fucking hate my Invisalign. These things suck. Anybody have Invisalign? Or if you're a broke bitch, Smile Direct Club? No, here's what I don't like about them. They are invisible from a distance. Once you get close enough to girl kissing range, It just looks like I have jizz on my teeth. Because they're transparent. They're not invisible. It's bad advertising. But like, I kind of get it. You can't call them Transparaline. Because that just sounds like a cream that makes your dick fall off. You know? It's gross. Actually, the worst thing about the Invisalign, it does make your teeth hurt a lot. A lot. And one of my favorite snacks is like flavor blasted nuts. And after getting the Invisalign, like, I still want to eat them. They still taste delicious. I'm just sucking off the nuts and swallowing them whole. Like, I'm still getting the nutrition. I'm just not chewing my food. It makes my farts awful. It's disgusting. I'm like a stereotype anxious millennials. Any other anxious millennials in the crowd? Yeah, that's right. You're not going to point yourselves out. That's fine. That's what that gets. No, two things have been making me super anxious lately. Like, one, like, I'm kind of a stoner, and my eyes get so red when I smoke weed. And the problem with that is, like, fucking eye drop bottles and super glue bottles are exactly the same. I'm already on a drug that makes me more paranoid. I'm just reading this label like, oh, fuck. Like, the other thing that really made me anxious last year was my lovely girlfriend started lifting weights just for her Halloween costume. Like, she was preparing over the summer for this Halloween costume. She was keeping it a secret. It was making me anxious. I'm like, what are you going as? And she said, all right, I'm going as Whitney Houston for Halloween. And I was like, hey, girlfriend, no amount of working out's gonna make you black. That's not how that works. And she said, that's not why I'm working out. I need to be able to carry around the bathtub all day. And that shit's heavy. Oh, we're Whitney Houston fans. It's a fucking joke. All right, we'll go darker. So I do need to know the answer to this question. This is an actual survey. There's no more comedy. You all look old enough to have lived through both 9/11 and COVID. So here's what I want to know. Is what do you guys think was worse to live through? The aftermath of 9/11 or the COVID lockdown? Wow's not an answer, but this guy says COVID. And here's the thing. I kind of agree. Because 9/11 was pretty bad, but COVID made me chubby again. You know? I never thought I'd say this, but like, points for 9/11, right? Like, I never thought I'd say it, but are you guys religious? We got a religious crowd? Oh, thank God. This joke's gonna be just fine. No, because like, I'm not an atheist. I identify as agnostic. You guys know what agnostic means? A lot of people don't get it. So I used to think it was more reasonable. So I don't believe that there's no God. But like, if a miracle happened in front of me, I'd be like, well, okay, like, that's a miracle. Like, I'm open to the idea. And I was thinking about it. I actually think it's not as reasonable as being an atheist. I think it's less reasonable because I'm kind of treating the concept of God like a dog. You know, I'm kind of like, come on, do a trick. Like, spoiler alert, never does. Like, do we have any service members in here? Any vets? Not the fucking dog kind. All right, she doesn't want to identify, but were you a Marine, ma'am? No? All right. No, I found out recently, this is a real fact. You guys know that 25% of the U.S. Marines are gay, like about. Isn't that crazy? They have a battalion in the Marines just for the bottoms. And they call them the submarines. That's my favorite fact about the U.S. military. They're just in Guantanamo Bay, torturing dudes with sass, fucking up their torpedo chambers. It's crazy. I love the submarines. They're good guys. To add to my dorkiness for the theme of the show, I'm a huge train dork, ladies. Yeah, never get a bite on that one. No, I do love trains, despite the amount of eye contact I can make with you guys. Like, I really do. I love trains. And for those of you guys who got that joke, if you don't know, there's a really mean stereotype that says that, like, if you're into trains, you therefore must be autistic. Guys, my parents have gotten so many second opinions, and I'm pretty sure I'm not autistic. But here's the thing. Here's why I don't like that stereotype. My best friend in the world from childhood is pretty fucking autistic. And I found out about the stereotype. I was really excited. No one's ever wanted to go to a train museum with me before. And I was like, finally, someone that wants to go. And we were hanging out once, and I asked him. It was like getting married. I was like, I got to pop the question. And I was like, hey, man, you're supposed to say yes to this question. Do you want to hit the transit museum sometime? Guys, my autistic friend looked me in the eyes for the first time in 20 years. And he said, Brandon, I don't want to go to a train museum. I'm autistic, not retarded. I was like, bro, you can't. I know I just said it. I was like, you can't say that. We're at an IHOP in broad daylight, man. They're going to spit in our eggs. Because all those waitresses' kids are retarded. Like, you can't say those words out there. Not in these streets. I gotta ask you guys. We're from Long Island, right? We're from Long Island. I'm seeing a trend with Long Islanders. No one's like proud of their kids out here. I found out how long I'd have to save to like buy a house. 2,000 years. I'm not putting up Jesus numbers. Like, it's not. I'm gonna die pretty quick into that. But I don't know, my parents aren't proud of me, despite me bringing home, like, I bring home about 6 figures a year, you know? No? Okay. Fuck off. No, I bring home about 6 figures a year. They're all action figures, but that's still really good. Toys are expensive. I do. I collect toys, and ladies, none of them vibrate. None of them vibrate. More specifically, I collect Transformers. You guys know the Transformers, alien robots? They turn into stuff, but like mostly cars and stuff. I love Transformers, but it like doesn't help me with the ladies at all. Growing up, it made my dad think I was gay, which is kind of like weird because I don't know why that translates to being gay. And I confronted him once. I'm like, 1, why does it matter? 2, I don't get the connection. He said, son, you pose them on your shelf, sucking each other off. If that wasn't a sign, I don't know what is. And I was like, Dad, they're robots. They don't have dicks. It's just funny. He disagreed so hard. I had a really hard time talking to ladies growing up. I was always worried that they would judge me for having a toy collection. But that's the nice thing about Transformers. You have a girl come over, you turn them into cars, and it's just a weird car collection, you know? Except for like Megatron, a little bit of a deep cut. But guys, the leader of the bad guys, Megatron, originally he turns into a handgun. So he's a handgun or a doll. And both are really bad red flags. You know, like you can't disguise that guy. You know, you just got to put him in the closet where he belongs. You just awed like Space Hitler. That's what yeah, whatever. Right? We can't get in the weeds. We'll talk after the show about Transformers, but I don't know. That's the problem, though. I would ask my dad for advice on how to talk to girls, but he thought I was gay, so he just wasn't helping me out. So he would tell me one thing over and over again. He's like, Brandon, girls love car guys. Run with that. Girls love car guys. And I'm like, Dad, I don't think that's good advice. I own all of the car guys. Bumblebee, Blue Streak, Mirage, Chrome Dome, Sideswipe, Sunstreaker, Hot Rod, Hound, Jazz, Optimus Prime, man. Like, I started talking to the girls at my school about them. Now they think I'm gay too. Like, it's real bad advice, man. I gotta tell you guys a real fact, though. The best part about being a Transformers fan in today's day and age is, do you guys know who really loves Transformers? Trans fellas. I'm not even kidding. Like, I know this because, like, I'm in all the Facebook groups. I swear to God, it's 49% trans folks, 50% old dudes from the 80s, and 1% this guy. And those other 2 groups, they do not get along. They all, like, I'm in every thread, like, all right, which Target do I have to go to buy the new Optimus Prime? And they're just arguing about what bathroom in Target you can use. I don't know, guys. Like, listen, I'm not trans myself, but if they had a hormone that could turn me into a truck, That's fast travel, baby. You would do it too. Yeah, you would do it too. And here's the thing, I wouldn't even worry about like the bathroom politics. I would just pull into a Jiffy Lube and take a shit. Guys, you have been fantastic. My name is Brandon LaCarrubba. Keep it going for Val. Keep it going for Comedy Nerds. Have a great night.
One more time for Brandon LaCarrubba.